Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Let's see what we got. I feel like I'm sitting very up front here. I feel like that kind of blurs together, so. This kind of blurs together. Okay. I'm getting a very active energy with you, but I'm seeing what it's coming from is your partner. Your partner's kicking things off. They got the Magician card on their side. They're bringing something into existence, something fresh, something new. And I feel like what this is something that you're very excited about, to be honest. Your partner brings something forward to you. This is what they'd like to do. This is their idea. I feel like they're not just saying it as an idea, but they're actually like in motion going forward to make it happen as they present it to you. So it's already got a current of existence on its own. Now, on your side, you're catching right into this. Right off the bat, you have the Page of Wands. You're right with it. You're like, you seem to be inspired by this. I really feel you being inspired by this. I actually see the challenge card it's blurring in with the what's helping. You got the challenge card of the love card here, Ace of Cups, and this is the challenge card. This is what's helping, the Wheel of Fortune. This is going well. This is a new breath of fresh air. You're liking it. You're into it. The challenge card is actually the Ace of Cups because I feel like you're very taken by it. You think this is great. You got the healing card with this. You think this is great. You're just all about it. I feel like you're jumping from the Page to the Queen of Wands. You're getting very motivated, very excited. You just seem to, it's just kind of like one of those things that has its own momentum and you're just caught up right in the flow of it. You're very excited about it. Now, I'm getting one of the things here that seems to be maybe a slight challenge because the challenge card for your partner, they didn't realize how much you were going to like this. They were hoping you were going to be into it, but I'm getting that they're shocked. And I'm getting it's kind of throwing them off because, like, this was a good idea. They were already in motion. They liked the idea, but I swear it looks like you like it more than they do, quite frankly. You like it more than they do, and it's something they started. I think that's the funny thing. And, oh my gosh, I feel like that Fool energy with the nose. Okay, the Fool is out here. Okay. Like, I feel like they're almost nervous that it's going to get away from them. Because your momentum, your excitement, you're not trying to take it over. I feel like you're not trying to take it over, but you're excited and you're just kind of going with it one foot in front of the other. It's got a life of its own. Now, what helps for your partner is these two cards together. The King of Swords and the Emperor. Ah, excuse me. My nose has got this Fool feel here. Oh. They need to keep control in the sense of, like, they started it, this is going the direction they want it to go, and it's going to continue to go the direction they want to go, and you're right with that, but there's so much you can do with it that you're excited. And I'm getting, like, they just need to keep communicating with you. They need to let you breathe in it the way you want to, move around the way you want to. They just got to oversee the whole thing to make sure the majority of the situation is going in the same direction. And as long as they keep in communication with you, I'm getting that's fine. That's not even hard. It's just they got to be careful not to step back and just do what you want. They need to keep in communication with you and oversee the whole situation. That way they're happy with the outcome just as much as you are. I feel like that's fine. I don't feel like that's restricting you in any sense. I just feel like what helps is for them to keep control. Because they started it. They got this going. This is they started it. That's the best way I could put it. And you still need your leeway, but I feel like if they keep it in focus, it keeps going to the end result that they want, I feel like you're both happy that way. You're both happy. Now, where they're standing, they got the Fool card with the Trust. Now, this is good and bad. Do you have their best interest at heart? Yes, I do believe that's true. Could you get caught up in this situation and kind of take it off track without trying to, that could easily happen. So I feel like they're just trusting that you're going to, you know, make sure what they want they're going to get. And I just feel like you're going to get caught up in the situation and not purposely kind of veer off a bit from what they want. I just feel like you're excited and you're not going to mean to do that. It's just, it might happen though. It might happen. So again, this is why they need to communicate, keep an because you're gonna get really excited and just go with it, and it could end up in a different place than what they expected. They need to communicate with you, and you need to like foster that communication. Maybe you need to kick it out there, get them communicating with you to make sure things are online. Because another piece of this is maybe misunderstanding what your partner really wants, and thinking there's more leeway in a certain area than there actually is. Like they might want to go right here, and you're like, well, this should be good too. And you get over here, and that's not at all what they wanted, and they give you the reasons after the fact why they did not want to be over here. They wanted to be over here. As long as you keep the communication, you foster that communication, you keep it going, I don't think that's a problem. Just keep communication going. Usually Geminis are pretty good with communication. Just keep talking to your partner. Keep it going. Keep it going. Because I feel like they're just expecting you're going to go where they want you to go. And you might just adjust it thinking it's fine, like it's acceptable, it's not taking anything away from them. When in result, when you get there, it's kind of like, I didn't want to go over here, and this is why I didn't want to go over here. You didn't mean to do that, but if you keep the communication going, you'll see it before it happens. It won't be a problem. Because you do have your best interest at heart for your partner. It's just, you might get a little bit sidetracked and not realize you're veering this into a place that they don't want to go. Now, I'm getting the World card here, and I'm getting the Four of Pentacles. For the outcome here, I feel like Judgment can go in the benefit of both of you. I think this is the last card. The Judgment is the last card. It can go in the benefit of the both of you. But they're saying you gotta stay within the parameters. The Four of Pentacles is saying stay within the parameters. This is a whole new era coming in. I feel like there's actually a whole new era coming in between you and your partner. This is kicking off a whole new feeling for the relationship. This is going in a good direction. If your relationship was kind of on the rocks or not as good, I feel like this is bringing it back to something really good. If it was okay at this point, it's kind of moving it up a level and making it better. But I'm getting like, for the world to turn, the world is like a new phase is coming in, and how this ends up, for some reason, it does feel like this is going to set the tone for a few years to come. So you definitely want to stay within the parameters so you're both happy, because that will give you a better couple years. Like I feel like this is going to stick in for a couple years. This feeling, this phase. Are we good? Okay, I feel like we got the message. I feel like it came across really fast, so I hope that's okay. Somebody mentioned once there's something on the edge of the, like over here, I think, or maybe on this side, where you can change the speed of the video. You can actually slow it down if I do end up talking too fast, just so you know, in case that matters. Let's do Gemini single. What do we have for single Geminis? Messages for single Geminis. Empowering information that shows them the truth of the situation, helps them see what's actually happening so they can make decisions on how they want to handle it and where they want to go with this situation. Another fire card popping out here. Oh. Let's shuffle these. He's been out a lot today, this devil card. I don't know what's up with that, but he's here in your reading, I have to say. Yeah. And there's a face-down oracle card next to him, which is telling me we're not going to address it till it's time to address it. Deal with it when we get there. Okay, so what I'm getting for the history of this, I don't feel like there was somebody connecting in. I don't feel like this is connection with this person or if somebody's coming forward. I'm getting there's a lot of energy, but a lot of fruitless wins. Like, I feel like you got a lot of attention. You were able to get the interest of other people. Like, you could find people who were interested in you, but none of them really fit you. None of them really matched. For one reason or another, it just did not work out. And I'm getting the energy card with the fruitless win here, which is the Five of Swords. That's the fruitless win in my opinion. There's a lot going on, a lot of possibilities, but nothing that you really wanted to keep. Like, it was good, and you could, like, have this, or you could have that, or you could be with this one, or you could be with that one, but it just, nothing that really you wanted to go back towards. Okay. Now, you got the King of Pentacles here in the environment, and I'm getting, like, the way this is, it feels like, I don't feel like the environment is changing, quite frankly. You still have the same possibilities around you. Nothing that you really want to connect in with, but what you're looking at is, like, maybe there's one or two here that I just need to, like, pick one and invest my time in and see if it gets better over time. Because with that fruitless wind, there wasn't really, I wouldn't say I'm looking at, like, there's no good choices. There are some good choices, but nothing that's really grabbing your heart and pulling you towards this person. But I feel like since the environment, nothing's really changing, the same people seem to be around you, you're kind of looking at it like, you know, maybe I just need to invest some time in one of these good choices and see if the romance kind of blossoms later. Because you're definitely standing in a spot where you want a committed relationship. You want somebody you can depend on, somebody you can feel comfortable with and enjoy life with, somebody you can talk with. So I feel like you're in that spot with, like, you know, maybe I'll just put in a little more effort just to see if maybe romance can bloom. And you're just trying to, like, decide which one you have the best chance with. And I get here with the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. It does seem like it's going to take a while for this to really work out. But you got the Hierophant at the top. I feel like the way you're viewing it is like, you know what, sometimes it takes some work like this. And it's the quality I want. I don't need it to happen really fast. I just need the quality to be there. I need the quality of this relationship. And I'm seeing a couple people that I feel like they kind of match me, it's just the romance isn't clicking in. So maybe I'll just, you know, cultivate that and see if something more comes from one of those possibilities. Alright, so we got that. In the center, I'm getting the Hanged Man with the Ace of Wands. It's taking you a minute to choose which one. I feel like there's like 2 or 3, possibly 4, depending on how this reading is hitting for you. There's more than one, at the very least, that you're kind of trying to decide between. And it starts off with the Hanged Man, and kind of like, I don't know which one to choose. Like, it feels like that energy. Like each one of them has their good attributes, and none of them really seem to outweigh the other. I almost feel like you're literally rolling a dice to choose which one, because it's like you really don't know which. But you finally decide, like, you know, I just need to choose one. And I don't know, it just seems very random, whoever you choose, I gotta be honest. I don't know, like, there's no specific thing. Like, they all seem, all of the ones you're looking at, they look like they're equally good. So I just feel like you're kind of like, that one, and you just go with it. That's what I'm getting, because that's where the Ace of Wands comes in. You're like, that one, and you just move towards that person, you're like, hey, let's hang out, blah, blah, blah. You got the Ace of Wands here, you're like, let's start something, let's see what can go here, let's see what we can do. So you go forward towards that one. Okay. Then you get the Death card and the Divine Guidance. That just doesn't work out. I feel like either, I don't know, for some reason it falls flat. The other person may be like, you know what, I don't think this is going to work for me, and they go the other way. I feel like this goes over a couple weeks, to be fair, before you hit this Death card. It feels like it goes a couple weeks of seeing this person, and you or them, whoever, is like, this is a no-go for me. It could be you, because you're like, I really don't think this is going to ever click in, I'm going to walk away from it. Or it could be the other person saying, you know what, I'm glad we gave it a shot, but I just don't think this is a match. I don't feel like it's offensive either way. I just feel like kind of like you're not really overly feeling it anyway. You're not feeling that romance. So if it is the other person saying no, you're like, okay, then no. Okay. I don't feel like it's that offensive, but I'm getting Divine Guidance here. Like, all right, the first one didn't work out. All right. So I feel like you're like, all right, first shot didn't work out. Fine. That's all right. I got a couple more chances here. Let me try one of the other ones. And then you're back to that spot where you're like, which one do I want to try next? I actually feel like you might be going on a couple dates with a couple different people. I don't think it's a problem. I don't feel like it's a problem, whatever that means. Because I feel like you're dating a couple different people at once. You're kind of like, why put all my eggs in one basket? It didn't really work out, so And I feel like you're on the level about it. I don't feel like it matters. Like, nobody's committed to anybody, so I don't feel like it's a problem. So I feel like you're trying to see a couple of different people at once to the level that you're comfortable with. I don't feel it's bad. I feel like you're just trying to like see, like, do I have a chance with either one of these? Let's see what can happen, blah, 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 blah. This card, though, does turn into this card, the Devil card, which I alluded to in the beginning. I'm getting, like, I feel like you're seeing more than one person at a time, and then both, or how many people you're dating, things seem to progress faster than you want, and then you're starting to get yourself into a little bit of a pickle. And you're just kind of like, oh, this is going farther than I want. Like, this is, like, it gets to that point where you're like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're uncomfortable because, like, you're going too far and there's too many at once, and you're just like, oh boy, I think I'm getting out of control here. I think the situation's getting out of control. And I feel like you're trying to get along with it. The harmony's face down. Because I feel like you got more than one prospect here that looks kind of promising, and more than one person who thinks you're going to go forward with them, and you got to kind of like, you got to choose one, and you're coming to a place where it's hard. Like, you're like, uh-oh, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I was just trying to see what one would actually catch in. I didn't want to, like, try something just to have somebody go, oh, no, thank you. So I thought one or two of them would drop away, and nobody's dropping away. In all actuality, the people I'm seeing are all very interested, and things seem to be progressing. But I need to choose one because this is becoming a situation that I'm not comfortable with. But you're trying to get along with people. You got the Devil card here with the harmony. Like, you want to get along. You're not really sure who you're going to let down, but you're like, you don't want these other people to know you've been seeing each other, other people like this, like, not to that extent. And you're just like, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. Like, it got away from you. I feel like the gift of this reading, if it's hitting you at the right time, hopefully, is be careful. You might not want to do this. Or at least, like, if you're seeing more than one at a time, make it abundantly clear that you're seeing more than one at a time and you're not going too far. Like I'm only going to go this far with this situation at this point because I am seeing other people and I'm not comfortable going past this point because of that. I'm just trying to see who matches. Because I feel like you're going to be balancing it out, but if you can kind of like scale it back and maybe just kind of, you have to find a way to scale it back. Maybe just being on the level, like you're on the level anyway, that's the thing. I feel like you're upfront about it anyway. But like I feel like you have to set a boundary or something right in the beginning, and that might help you not end up in that moment. Because I feel like the other person or a couple, some of the people you're dating are just going to take the liberty and try to progress things a little farther, and you might get caught up in the moment, and you might be like, oh boy, no, this is not good. This is not what I want. I don't want these conflicts. This is going a lot farther than I want it to go. I was just seeing who was interested and like trying to see where things could go. And now I got more than one person thinking I'm going to go forward with them and things are going too far. So I feel like if you maybe set that boundary ahead of time, like right in the beginning, like I'm not going past this because and this is why. If we decide that we want to go farther than that, we need to talk about that first. And then if we agree, I need to let the other person know I'm not going to see that person anymore. But I feel like you got to set that boundary right in the beginning, right when this happens, when you start seeing more than one person, just make sure that they know not going past this point, and this is why. That way they won't take liberties and you won't end up in a little pickle. Is that good? Alright, I think we got the message out. Alright, hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.